guys, it is Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Got a quick one for you today. We're going to learn how to play Stay Away by Nirvana off the Nevermind album. So this one is played a little bit differently live than on the recording, but hopefully I'll let you guys know what's going on between the two ways. The way you'll see him do it live and the way it's actually recorded. But I'm going to really be covering the recorded version today. So please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I think I just repeated myself. Ring the notification bell, and please check out my Guitar Academy at GuitarLessons365.com. It's got all my guitar courses. Great community over there. Thousands of people have signed up, and it's really fun. So come on over. I'm adding new lessons to my courses every week. All right, so let's get into it here. We're going to start here with this main riff, which is the chorus of the song as well. And this is the one that he plays slightly different live than he does on the recorded version. So the recorded version has this full, kind of moves around really quick. All right, so what's going on there, and I'll show you what the variation is he does live. I think he just simplifies it a little bit live just to make it a little bit easier and lets no select to the that little bass line. But he does play it on the recording. So we have this D power chord. So that's just 3rd fret on the B string, 2nd fret on the G string, and then you have the open D, and he'll at times also hit that open A string in there. And then he'll go to this B power chord, and once again you can add the 5th and the bass there too if you want to thicken it up a little bit. So that's the 2nd fret here on the A string, 4th fret on the D, 4th fret on the G. You can play this like he plays it, or so. And then we'll take that shape down to the 1st fret off the low E string. So 1st fret on the low E, this F power chord, the 3rd fret on the A, and the 3rd fret on the D. So we have those 3 chords so far. So here's where he does a variation. He plays a little bit differently live. He usually goes to this C power chord live. So that's just the 3rd fret here on the A string, 5th fret on the D and the G, and he just holds on this. And so he's like. So we know that that's not exactly how that's played on the recording. What's going on in the recording is he plays that chord first, then he lifts up, hits the open A string, and then he goes back down with the chord, and then he takes it up 1 fret. Now, you'll kind of mostly hear the note on the A string that moves up. You don't hear the 5th in the chord too much, but you do hear it a little bit in a couple of the hits. So I'm expecting he's moving the whole shape up usually when he was recording it. But really, if you just had that note on the A string there, that's fine. So we have this. So what makes this different? We come down on the 1 on the 1st chord, and then it's the rest of the hits start on the upbeat. Up, down, up. So they start with a downstroke, the first one, down, up, then up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Like I said, live just is not really kind of moving it around that quick, but don't worry about it. Then we get the verse. So it's just kind of that little lick that he does. And that's just a 5th fret on the G string. And he just picks it a few times while he starts bending it. And you'll also hear, if you listen close, every once in a while he gets the open B string in there with that, so it kind of you can hear that in there, but for the most part he's just hitting He's aiming for that G string. So just kind of thing, and then back to the main riff. All right. A little bit later, we have what I just call them the bridge, even though they do it a couple of times, and it's just 2 chords. Is this? And then back to the main riff. So that's that D power chord. Strum a little bit. Hit it and let it ring, and then we go to this. Instead of the power chord at the first fret of the low E, on the F, it's up at the F sharp at the 2nd fret. So we just have that power chord there, and then instead of doing the low at the 5th fret, it's on the same string, but it's at the 3rd fret. So it just follows the vocal line. And then we're back to the main riff. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's just a slight difference that he does live that you'll see. I just didn't want you guys to be confused seeing that and then listening to what I'm doing here. But if you want to make it sound like recording, it's probably better to move that chord up and make that little chromatic bass line. So it's not just Novoselic doing the whole thing. It's the guitars going with it. All right, hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.